Imagine hiking deep in the snowy wilderness, surrounded by nothing but icy mountains, only to vanish under circumstances so strange they leave the world guessing for over 60 years. This is the chilling story of the Dyatlov Pass incident. In 1959, 9 young hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on what was supposed to be an adventure of a lifetime. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the group planned to trek through the unforgiving terrain of the Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia. But what started as a routine expedition soon turned into one of the greatest mysteries in modern history. What could cause a group of experienced hikers to abandon their tent in the dead of night, barefoot and underdressed, only to meet their tragic ends in the frozen wilderness? Let's unravel the details of this perplexing case. The group began their journey on January 27, 1959. They were experienced and prepared for the harsh conditions. On February 1st, they pitched their tent on the slopes of Kholat Shayakhl, meaning Dead Mountain in the local Mansi language. Little did they know, they would never leave. Weeks later, when the hikers failed to return, a search party was sent out. What they found was horrifying. The tent was discovered first, eerily intact but slashed open from the inside. The hikers' belongings were untouched, yet there was no sign of the group. Footprints led investigators downhill, where the bodies were eventually located. 2 were found near a tree, barefoot and dressed in only their underwear, as if they fled in panic. 3 others were discovered scattered nearby, seemingly succumbing to hypothermia as they tried to return to the tent. But it was the remaining 4 bodies found months later that deepened the mystery. These bodies exhibited injuries that baffled investigators. One had a fractured skull, another had broken ribs, and one was even missing their tongue. The injuries were likened to those caused by a car crash, yet there were no external wounds to explain the trauma. Adding to the puzzle, traces of radiation were found on their clothing. Theories about what happened ran wild. Was it an avalanche? But then why slash open the tent from the inside? Was it a yeti or a wild animal? But there were no bite marks. Perhaps it was a secret military experiment, as bright orange lights were reported in the sky by other hikers nearby. Decades later, the case is still unsolved. In 2019, Russian officials reopened the investigation and concluded that an avalanche combined with hypothermia was the likely cause. Yet, this explanation leaves many questions unanswered. Why the severe internal injuries? What about the radiation? And what caused the sheer panic that made them flee into certain death? To this day, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling and mysterious cases in history, a haunting reminder of how little we truly understand about the unknown. So, what do you think happened that fateful night on Dead Mountain? Was it a freak accident, or is there something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? Share your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unsolved mysteries like this one.